Hi, I'm Mitch Gallagher from Sweetwater. Today we're taking a look at a collaboration between Analog Mike of Analog Man pedals and MXR. Now, the result of this collaboration is called the Duke of Tone, and it's this mini pedal that I have here. But to really get the full story, we've got to go back just a little bit. Back in the day, Analog Man was working with guitarist Jim Weeder to come up with a pedal that would drive his Fender Blackface amplifiers into sort of a smooth, tube-like, natural-sounding overdrive. And the result was a pedal called the King of Tone that was derived from or inspired by the original Marshall Bluesbreaker pedals from the 90s. Analog Man worked on the design, they did their own mods to it, they put in different components. The result was the King of Tone, which is a dual pedal. Now the Prince of Tone came out later because the King of Tone has been so hard to get. At the time of this filming, the King of Tone is actually 4.5 years back ordered. So if you get on the waiting list, maybe sometime in 2026 you'll get your pedal. In the meantime, the Prince of Tone, which is a single half of the King of Tone, is more readily available, but there's actually still back orders on those as well. Now you can pay extra, you can go to used gear sites and pay quite a bit more for a King of Tone or more than the list price for a Prince of Tone, but a better solution is now available from MXR, and that's the Duke of Tone. To give a little bit more detail, the Prince of Tone is again half of a King of Tone, but it's got that higher gain mod that they make available for that, so it gives you just a little bit more drive. It also has the external mode switch, which takes you from overdrive to boost to distortion. Now that's exactly duplicated on the Duke of Tone from MXR. So we've got that higher output, higher gain, and we've got the 3 different modes that we can choose among. During the intro to this video, you heard me switching back and forth between the 2 pedals. I mean, they're so close that for any given lick, you really can't tell which is which. If we were blind testing these, I'd defy anyone to really tell which one they were hearing. So let's focus on the Duke of Tone and some of the sounds that it can create. The great thing about this pedal is that it's smooth sounding, it's rich sounding, it's got plenty of gain on tap, but it's also nicely transparent. It responds well to your dynamics, your pick attack. It also responds very well to the volume knob on your guitar. You can clean up very easily and get a nice clean tone with it. And with those 3 modes, we've got a wide variety of different tonal options at our fingertips. For our video today, I'm playing through a Rivera Stage 4 amplifier, and I've got a PRS Custom 24 guitar. Here's our clean sound. Now here's the Duke of Tone with the gain control set about 3/4 of the way up. I've got the output almost 3/4 of the way up, and I've also got the tone control set to about 2 o'clock. I'm in the overdrive mode. Now that's a pretty gainy tone, but we can back that right off and get a clean sound. So a lot of dynamic response there. If you pick lightly, you get one tone. Pick harder, you get a lot more drive. If we back the gain off to about halfway, we get a really responsive natural amp type overdrive. And of course we've got a wide range of tone control as well. In our second mode, or boost mode, the pedal is much cleaner, but we've got a lot more output, and that allows us to hit the front end of the amplifier nice and hard. With a tube amp like this stage 4, that gives us a real sweet breakup. But we've still got plenty of gain available to also add some dirt from the pedal itself. So in that case, we're getting some grit from the Duke of Tone pedal, but we're also hitting the front end of the amp nice and hard. Now let's switch over to distortion mode. This is a little bit harder edge sound, and it really starts to take effect when you crank the gain up a bit. So let's go back to about 3 o'clock on the gain, set our level back, dial back our tone. There's a little bit more compression to the distortion mode as well. Really feels good to play. It responds well to your left-hand fingering. So if you've been on the waiting list for a King of Tone from Analog Man or for a Prince of Tone from Analog Man, be sure to check out the Duke of Tone. Readily available, and it's also in a pedal board friendly mini pedal format. Fits right into any board, gives you a ton of different overdrive, distortion, and boost options. Works well driving into other pedals. It also works well stacked with other pedals going into it. So it's a great solution for adding a lot of tone to your rig. Thanks for joining me today. I'm Mitch Gallagher from Sweetwater. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Click here for more videos like this, or start at sweetwater.com for all your music instrument and pro audio needs.